If you've ever watched certain evangelical preachers on TV, you already know the drill. The rapture is coming any minute, the tribulation is right behind it, and, surprise, you should probably send them money before the commercial break. If that offends you, go ahead and cover your eyes and ears now. It's only going downhill from here. The idea of tribulation has been around since at least 200 BC. The ancient Jewish people went through so many rounds of conquest, exile, and, "Hey, stop worshiping your God in public," that the concept of suffering for your faith became part of their cultural DNA. Jesus and his earliest followers were Jewish, so naturally the idea carried straight into Christianity. It wasn't exotic, it was Tuesday. So what is tribulation? Simple. A period when people of faith suffer for their beliefs. And historically, that happened a lot. Many religions have their own version of the big final crisis, because apparently humanity can't resist a good end of days storyline. But here's where American Christianity adds its own special seasoning: the rapture. This is not ancient. It's not apostolic. It's not in the early church. It was invented in the 1830s by John Nelson Darby, who basically looked at 1,800 years of Christian tradition and said, "Cute, but I can fix it." Darby believed the church had gone completely off the rails. He didn't trust the church fathers, theologians, creeds, or even the idea of historical continuity. So he did what any confident 19th century man with a pen and a lot of free time would do. He rebuilt Christianity from scratch. He insisted Scripture must be read without tradition, which sounds noble until you realize that removing 18 centuries of guardrails is a great way to drive your theology straight into a ditch. And that's exactly what happened. Darby became obsessed with charts, timelines, and slicing history into neat little eras. He separated Israel from the church, invented a future 7-year tribulation, and, because Revelation says believers must endure suffering, he added a brand new escape hatch, the rapture, where the faithful get beamed up before things get messy. It was the first theological skip intro button. And Americans loved it. Why? Because America has always adored individual interpretation, new revelations, prophecy charts, end times excitement, and the idea of being the chosen remnant. But the real explosion came in 1909 when Cyrus Scofield published the Scofield Reference Bible. He printed Darby's interpretations right next to the biblical text, making them look like part of Scripture itself. Pastors preached it. Bible colleges taught it. Prophecy conferences spread it like wildfire. This is why so many people today think the rapture is in the Bible. It's not. It's in Scofield's footnotes. Fast forward to the 20th century. World wars, nuclear fear, Cold War tension, cultural upheaval. Evangelical leaders saw a golden opportunity. They told people, "You're the true believers. You'll be rescued. Everyone else will be left behind." It created a powerful in-group identity and made the world feel simple again. Good versus evil. Us versus them. God versus the world. This fed into Christian nationalism, Zionism, and American exceptionalism, because nothing says chosen nation like believing you get VIP seating at the apocalypse. Meanwhile, another American invention was brewing: the prosperity gospel. It started in the late 1800s with the New Thought movement, your mind shapes reality, then merged with early 20th century healing revivals, and eventually evolved into seed faith giving. The formula was simple. 1. Send money. 2. God will multiply it. 3. If he doesn't, that's your fault for not believing hard enough. Heads they win, tails you lose. By the 1980s, televangelists were raking in fortunes, mansions, luxury cars, private jets, funded by people who were told that their next donation might be the one that unlocks divine blessing. Spoiler, the only guaranteed blessing was the preacher's bank account. So here's the bottom line. Every day is tribulation. The rapture is made-up nonsense. Believing in it doesn't make you special. You already are. Sending money to spiritual grifters won't get you into heaven. And honestly, heaven and hell as popularly imagined are recent inventions too. A well-lived life brings its own reward. A poorly lived one brings its own consequences. Neither is permanent. It's all part of the journey. No divine being is going to punish you for being born in the wrong geography or the wrong religion. You're allowed to change your path anytime, and it doesn't require paying a preacher. It just requires trying something new with the right attitude.
If this topic interests you, please like, share, and subscribe.